Hey everybody, I'm sitting here at Floyd, New Mexico. Thank you for looking at my videos. I appreciate it. Just sitting here in my clean shop here. Let me show you. I just got done sweeping it out. We're fixing to bring in a swather and get it all worked up, and then we're gonna bring in a round baler and get it kind of gone through right quick, and try to get some wheat stuff going. We've been real busy this spring. We've been breaking a lot of country. I broke 850 acres, had 10 tons of barnyard spread on it, and I got that from a local dairy. And then a high school friend of mine, farmer friend of mine, has a big spreader. I think it's a JBS, a 25-ton vertical JB spreader. And he come out and he spread that, him and his son spread that for me, did a real good job. Boy, it did, powder it and really did a good job. Then I broke it with my 995 six-bottom breaking plow. A lot of hours in the seat this spring, early or late winter, early spring, but we got it all done. And some of my other farmland, I've farmed it, and I've already plowed it. Some of the other, I'm just kind of waiting. It's so sandy, I hate to get it all tilled up this early in the spring. I'll probably wait till May. I guess you're wondering about my hat. It's kind of crinkled. I drove a tractor over it yesterday, and it did foobar it. Be on, just kind of crinkled it. I'm gonna have to iron it back, but that's maybe a Livingston Machinery will give me a new one. You think? I don't know. Let me just walk you out here right quick. I'll show you what I done in my shop this year. I kind of moved everything around. It's still kind of messy, but the workbenches are. But I kind of moved some stuff around where I do all my maintenance every year, all year long. My press, and I got 2 drill presses. There's some of my oil and my what is it called? The stuff that goes in the diesel. DEF fluid there, and that white deal. My swather's the only thing that takes DEF now. And there's some of my workbenches, tire machines, air compressors. Let's go outside here, and there's all my welders. I've got just about wire welder. It's a big old DC welder and a TIG welder. And then I got my plasma torch. And let's look around here a little. Got my Massey Heston 2946A round baler. Got it all kind of washed up yesterday. My son, youngest son, helped me do some of that. We still got to touch it up a little, and I've got to go through here and make sure everything's tight, make sure everything's good to go. I got to put some header teeth in. I mean, it ain't far off from being ready to go right now. Got Melrose Tire, our local tire shop here. Got them coming. They're fixing to put on 3 new tires. They had to put one on me the other day, as you can see it there. These tires are 16 years old. The outside one there, and these 2. And they just, you can see they're all weather cracked, and they're all starting to go down. So I'm gonna have them put on 3 new ones. They're supposed to be out here today sometime. And got my 9870 all cleaned up. And I gotta do a little bit of maintenance on it, mainly just changing oil and not much more to do with that. I do got to replace these skid shoes here. I've got one of them broken, but my son did a real good job. I'll clean that up yesterday. It was a mess from this fall. Cutting on my hay grazer. We got a little bit of wheat to do. So all the blades on it's changed not too long ago. So I just got to change header oil and engine oil and check the tranny fluid and just kind of look it over a little bit. It's in pretty good shape. I hope I get a little bit of silage cutting cutting in front of the choppers, you know, this spring. But if we don't, well, that'll just remain up, and we'll be good to go. But got some stuff kind of going. I had to move all my balers out yesterday to get my swather out. So this is one of our equipment sheds here on the farm. There's my 2290. I bought it late last fall, and it's ready to go. I went through it. He was gone through when I bought it, and then I touched it up a little bit when right before I parked it in here. So it's ready to go. I might have some baling to do with that. And there's I've been working on this John Deere loader here. You know, just some little things, but the main thing I've done, you can see it on my earlier videos, is I revamped the fuel system on it. Man, it sure did fix it. It sure did. One thing I didn't have in my videos is I added this fuel pump. So it's 24 volt, but it sure did help. I mean, it fixed it. It starts good now, and it don't bleed down, and I bet a little copper on it, got it going. So yeah, just gonna show you some stuff out here. I never have really done a walk around live video, so it ain't live, but anyway, I kind of doing some. Wouldn't mind showing y'all, introducing y'all to some of my equipment and stuff. There's my little GMC top kick. I need to put a flatbed on this winter, or this spring, but it's got the little old fifth wheel on it. I pull my hay trailers, my flatbed trailers with it. It's an old U-Haul truck. It's a great little truck, man. If you can ever find one of those, it's cut down. But if you can ever find one of them, that's just the way to go. It really is. And if you'll look on my my YouTube channel, you'll see the pictures of us rebuilding this last year. Boy, it's a cute little bastard. I ain't gonna use it this spring, but I got it out of the hay shed there, and we're fixing to put it right back. But here's my old baler. There's nothing really wrong with it. It's just some of the knotters need to be tweaked up on it, and I mean, it could go bale hay. You might have to go climb the ladder a little. So, but it needs some knotter work on it. So it's got a few knotter frames that might need to be replaced. But man, it's for sale if somebody wants it. It's been a good old baler. It's fed my family for a long time. It's still in good shape. I put the updated crank. Of course, it's dirty because it had baled hay this last fall, but it was in the shop too. I don't know if you can see it in there, but I put the new stock crank in it. Man, I suggest that on one of these old rigs if you have any issues with the Packer crank, which they all do. I don't care if you grease it every morning before breakfast. You're gonna have trouble with those Heston Packer cranks on there. That's just all there's to it. I don't care if you have an English lube, a Lincoln lube, whatever you got turned up all the way. You're gonna have Packer trouble. I guarantee it. So, because I did, and I greased them every morning, and I kept them adjusted up. But anyway, that's got 34 or 36,000 bells on it. I can't remember. But that was a new addition last year. Nice tractor. And we'll look it over here in a minute. I wanted to show you what me and my son's been doing. He mounted me up some new tires on here, and we put down a plate on the deck. I built this trailer like, 18 years ago, something like that. And it has trailer house axles under it, and I had trailer house axle springs on it. And those springs, the little knobs that keep the axle straight, I don't think it really had any. But anyway, those axles would drift back, and then the tires would touch, and then they'd run crooked and all. So we put a brand new set of says springs and U-bolts on it, and a brand new evener. And man, we got that thing up and going good. Put a spare tire rack on it. So, and I put me welded me a permanent block on the jack. I hated carrying around a block all the time. So, there's my fuel. I wish I had more fuel storage. I really do. That's just one of those gasoline. The other ones are diesel, but and I had one, but it was back when farm diesel was so damn high that I got rid of it and sold it. And now that fuel's so cheap, I wished I had 3 of them. So it was an 8,800 gallon tank, but and I'd use about a semi-load a year probably. But anyway, there's where I keep all my seed storage. Sorry about the wind, but I buy about a semi-load, a little over probably, and use about a semi-load of hay grazer seed every year. That's all I plant. It's sorghum Sudan hybrid. I buy it from Browning Seed Company out at Plainview, Texas, John Browning. I highly recommend that kind of seed, man. It's a WMR, not a BMR, and I've planted it for years. I've planted it for 25 years now, and my dad planted it before that. And I really like the Browning products on their seed. I've planted just about every variety they have. So there's a bunch of discs we're gonna have to put on that sunflower this spring sometime, me and my boys. But let's go talk about this Case tractor. I bought it last January, I guess it was, and it come from Amarillo area, Amarillo, Texas. And I don't know how many owners it was, but it's only got 7,000 hours on it, and they did a complete repaint and decal on it. And it's just a good little old sound tractor. I use it mainly to pull the rakes with, but man, it's just a nice little tractor. I've got duals for it. I mean, it could pull a baler. I got it just moving this baler around. That's what I got it right now. It's just in here, just temporarily moving the baler out of the barn. But nice little rig. Oh, let's start in the middle, I guess, because we're here. I bought those last year. A nice set of rakes. H&S. Same as a New Holland. Of course, H&S builds them for New Holland. But I really like those rakes. It's got I got the monitor there in the tractor. Really like them. They're just a great addition. I bought this last year. I was doing some custom work. And I did some custom work for a dairy. I mean, great dairy family, but me and the custom plowing deal, I've got too much stuff on my own to do. It's kind of hard for me to go out and do a whole bunch more. I can do pretty good on plowing, but when it comes to harvesting, it's just me, and so and I've already got about 1,600 acres, so it's a little bit much if I get any more than that. It really is. So, but anyway, that's my sunflower disc, and we don't pull disc much on dry land here, but I will behind all this breaking I did. Probably so. We'll see. I bought this a couple years ago. It's a chisel chopper, whatever you call it. It's got the coulters in the front. Chisels on every 15, and it's got stock cutters on it. And I broke a stock cutter last year. I mean, it foobarred it. And of course, it wore out anyway, but it broke out a couple sections, and then it broke the center shaft. And I'm gonna have to do me some massive tuning up on it. And I gotta put all new blades on it, but I'll do that one of these days. But I just didn't pull it this year. I'll show you what I pulled here in a minute. But let's go over here if I can get through the weeds. Has anybody got weeds? I do. So here's my 49 foot, I think it is, chisel plow. I call it my super Hamey. You know, Hamey is a company around Lubbock there that built little sweep plows back in the day, and I think they still do, but that's all it is. It's just a glorified super Hamey. So that's why I call it super Hamey. It used to have these are the original stickers on it, scratchers. I did have some roller cone tethers on it, and I completely wore those tethers out. I mean, wore them out. So I put these back on. The reason why I took them off is because I added 2 foot on each side up there, and it just wasn't long enough with the scratchers. So I bought all new roller cone tethers. And so when I wore them out, I was like, man, I hate to buy a brand new set of roller cone tethers. They are expensive. And I said, well, I'm just gonna stick those scratchers on there. And I stuck them on there. Then I added some angle iron on the end of it, and then I bought some other scratchers and put on there, and it works. I mean, I could probably go to J Essary National and buy so I'm tight. But while we're walking around here, let's walk over here. Here's my dad's old horse trailer. Ain't nothing new about that. Here's my little grain cart deal. It's a Rancher's Pride. About a 250, 300 bushel, I'm going to guess. Little old gooseneck trailer hopper. I love it. You know, hell, I can put it behind my pickup. I've got a Honda motor on a log splitter pump, and I've got a remote that I tie back, and I plug it into that, and I can crank that up. That thing goes in there. It's in the shop right now. It's just staying out of the weather, but I can start that motor and kick that remote in. And then I got this electrics hooked up to the tail lights, and all I gotta do is turn on my tail lights of my pickup, and boom, I've got power to my I got power to my auger here. And then as you can see here, I just open it up and it comes out, and I built all this, the bracket for it, and turn it on, and I can feel my big drill, and I can plant about this in a day. So I just have to fill it up every morning, and that's no big deal. But let's go around here to this way. Yeah, I got my, what do they call them damn things? It ain't a harrow. It's just kind of a spring tooth chisel. I might run that over the broke ground. I don't know. We'll see. I don't pull that very much. Maybe every 2 or 3 years, just to keep it from blowing or something. There's my spray tank trailer. I built that. So that's where I haul my water. There's on my broke ground. This is where I live. I live on 240 acres. Real nice ground, no rocks. It really does produce some good hay whenever I fertilize it. And I try to fertilize every year, but sometimes it's hard to pull that trigger in this old southwest desert that I farm in. It's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. Here's my old pride and joy, my old 24-25 versatile Beeler. So he needs to find a barn to be put under. When it does, I'm going to repaint the hood and all the tins on it. But anyway, it's a good old tractor, man. It's good. I got Outback integrated a GPS in it. It's just set up on walls. It ain't nothing. I don't do none of this row crop stuff. And you'll see some videos that I posted the other day. About the big blade plows. This is a little one, but it's a big one because you can stick it in the ground. And shoot, I was running deep the other day, so I mean, I'm talking, I was running deep. You know, I was running a good foot to 16 inches. I mean, it was just massive. But that's those 5-foot blades, and I put those concrete blocks on there, because sometimes if you're not pulling it in the right ground, it won't take the ground. So I put those on there, and then I defeated its purpose. These things are made to flex, and sometimes they don't like to take the ground. So I put a stiff arm down the end of it. It's got the tethers on it. It's a good plow. It's a good plow. And here's my braking. Of course, I did this a month and a half, almost 2 months ago. There's my trench. Pretty deep. And sorry for the wind. It's just, it wasn't blowing that bad ago. As you can see, there's nothing to block us from the wind. So here's my better built hay trailer. Man, I love that hay trailer. I can haul 20 4-foot bales on it, 4-foot wide bales. I deliver it all the time to ranchers and dairies and farmers, and I put 16 ply tires on it, and I highly suggest that. Them tires are awesome. You air them up with 100 and 110 pounds, and put steel cores in them. But man, you just never have flat no more. And they're just they're real good tires, and they hold up a lot of weight, and you're in good shape. This here's my little bale accumulator. I know my little baler's got the chute on it, but I'm just now getting around to putting my hookups to go on that loader on this. That's that little belt grapple. So, and this year I'll run it. We're not going to do a bunch. My boys are not that hungry, but we're going to do some little belts on hay grazer maybe this fall. We did about, I don't know, 400 or 500 last year, and they sold instantly. The ice didn't have time to mess with it anymore, so I have so many bales around, but and we didn't have no real good way to pick them up. We had that pop-up loader over there, and them boys wore out, doing what they did, and of course they wore out. I mean, I did it as a kid, but anyway. I could see that it was going to be time consuming, and this old fat farmer don't need to be bucking any hay. So I thought, well, I'm going to have to do a lot of it if we get very many out. So we're going to do our own. So we're going to use the accumulators. And then here is a old 50-foot crestbuster trash tank drill. And I robbed some parts off of it here and there. Tires mainly, hoses. But these things are just nice, so they can go fast. Great drill. This here's but great drill. We've advanced so much. I've got another 10-inch over there. I'll show you here in a minute. But here's my bucket for my John Deere loader. There's an old crusty bale of hay. It was left in the baler for a long time. So here's my forks we built in the shop. These are my pallet forks. I built all these in the shop. This not too long ago. I just painted it yesterday. So man, it feels just right. I'll hook up to those here in a little bit, and I'll go to moving some stuff around. But really am proud of those. Even put my old serial number on there, E1. I don't know why I did that. So there's one of my young sons coming around. There's my old pride and joy. I my youngest. Got a YouTube live video, Drew. Okay. So here's an old disc we used to pull years ago when I was a kid growing up. Used to pull that over everywhere. Just a bunch of junk out here other than that. Just a bunch of old, I buy them rotary hose sometimes for nothing, just for the steel in them or extra wheels or whatever. I don't pull a rotary hose very often. And this here's something I got at a sale that I thought that we might could use someday. Used to have one years ago, but now we don't. Here's them old wore out tethers. There's a 50-foot rod weeder, Flex King. And me and this boy, we rebuilt this plow a couple years ago. We went down to Rollicone and got all new bolts and all new parts for it. Even got Rollicone paint for it. Look there, Drew, it's even weathering a little bit. Look at there. But it's still in good shape. They even give me a little sign on it. Little Rollicone sign. Here's our drill. It's a 40-foot on 7.5s. I really like that drill. It really does a good job. It's a 9433. Really like that job. It does. Here's my old one. That hadn't fed the family for a long time. I still keep this one ready to go, just in case. It's a hoe drill, and it's ready to go. But of course, you'd probably hook up to it, and a million hoses would pop, and have to pop tires under it. But she's pretty ready to go. We bought this winter, and that's what I broke all this country with. So that and the Sam Stevens Packer. And Drew just painted my bottoms for me, so it'll be ready to go whenever I decide to break again. He did a good job. That's the best place in the world for a kid to learn how to spray paint, right there. So, and there's a bigger Stolmos plow, blade plow. So anyway, that's how it is. Anyway, if you would like and subscribe to my channel, and just stay tuned, and I'll try to do some more videos. So thank you.